What's going on, guys? It's Screechy, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my Ojama ABC deck. This is a deck I've recently finished, and I'm not very confident with. I've only been playing it for maybe about a week or two, and I never played ABC prior to this, so I'm not too confident on this deck, but this is a good deck. Not too confident enough to talk about the effects, but it is very good if you are a good ABC player and you actually know what you're doing. It's very consistent. If I can bust out double Buster Dragon, Dragon Buster, sorry, first turn, not knowing how ABCs work, I'm pretty sure a good, avid ABC player can definitely top that. So we're going to start off with double A, double B, and double C. And on top of that, you also got to have your double yellow, double black, and double green. These are all staple numbers. For space, you are only going to use 2A, 2B, and 2C. They're also, of course, recyclable when you banish the, when you send the ABC to the grave. They come back, help you make easy link plays, and Buster, of course, being able to banish a card as well is pretty good. These, one thing I do want to say about ABCs is, if you've played the deck, you'll obviously know, this deck makes Skull Dread so easy. You could easily run 3 Skull Dreads in this, and you'd be able to make them. A Skull Dread isn't once per turn, so you could probably make them like every other turn. 1 red, because if you manage to pick the magic and you don't have any ABC pieces, or you don't have a Union Hanger or anything else to combo with, this just creates 4 cards on the field, providing it don't get negated. And the last one we're going to use is double Destrudo. No hand traps in this deck, because this is it's a fairly cheap deck, although red is quite expensive. You could opt to run blue instead of red, but I think that red is better. There is a much better use from red. Triple Dragon's Ravine, 2 commons and a secret rare, because I'm a scrub and couldn't find a 3rd common one, so I just had to pull the secret rare one out, and I've never bothered actually either getting 2 more secrets or 1 more common. So yeah, Triple Dragon's Ravine helps you dump Destrudo, and most importantly helps you dump the magic from your hand, and it's searchable off the triple terraforming. 9 times out of 10 you want to be dumping Destrudo to make the Ancient Fairy to search out the other field spell, which is Union Hanger. It's your searcher for your ABCs, and it's what starts all the equip plays, and all of those I would say are a staple 3 of, no matter what. 2 magic. For some reason, I don't know why I'm only using 2 of these. It does clog hands, but you do want to see it in your hand, so really I think you should probably use 3 of these, but it does clog hands, and if you don't have the pieces to search, you can't play this, so you have to be very careful when playing this card, Pot of Desires. When I first tested this deck, every time I Desires, I managed to banish 2 A's or 2 B's or 2 C's or 2 yellows or 2 blacks or 2 greens. If you actually banish both copies of either your ABC pieces or any of your Ojamas, you should probably just scoop right there, unless you have some sacky Necroface play built into this, but I don't. And then the card that makes the deck work, Ojama Simulation. This basically says summon ABC Buster Dragon. So what this does is reveal 1 light fusion machine type monster, so you reveal your Buster Dragon, and banish any number of Ojama monsters from your hand, face up on the field, or graveyard, and you can special summon fusion monsters with different names, whose names are specific on the card, equal to the number of banished monsters. So if you open up with let's say the red and let's say a Dragon's Ravine and a magic, what you can do here, sorry, in a simulation, if you open up with something similar to this, you can, you can Dragon's Ravine and use its effect to dump the magic, and while you're dumping the magic, you dump a Destrudo. Magic will activate, allowing you to add 1 of all the vanillas, so that's why you run 2 of them, 1 green, 1 black, 1 yellow. You can normal summon red, and its effect would activate to summon these 4. Go with these 4 into Skull Dread, draw 4, put 3 back in your deck, then play Simulation, banish these 3, summon a Buster Dragon, and then Simulation's other effect is you can banish this card and target 3 Ojama cards that are banished, shuffle them back in the deck and draw a card. So you basically replenish your hand, so like that's a 4-card combo that gives you 4 cards back. So that's pretty broken hand to open up with. For the last of the spells, Twin Twisters, you want to run these over Cyclones because the discard is always vital in this if you can discard magic. Like I said, it generates a lot of power. We're also running Reborn because it's Reborn. For the traps, 2 Ojama Pajamas. This card lets you, during the main phase, add an Ojama to your hand and then discard a card. But you can just, with this, instantly add magic and pitch magic. If this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon as many banished Ojamas, so that's no problem. And then to finish off, a little solemn package of 1 Warning, 1 Judgment, and 1 Strike. So that's it for the main deck. There should be 40 cards. It's consistent. Just don't banish multiple pieces, like I said. Extra deck, Triple Busters, Dragon Busters, because it's just broken, and it's the whole thing of the deck. 1 card I don't have in here, and I'm currently using a Running Raccoon, but this will be getting rid of it when I find somebody who's got it for trade. I don't really want to buy it because I don't use this deck too much, but A to Z Dragon Buster is absolutely broken in this deck. You can Ojama Simulation. If you have a Buster in grave, you can Simulation and banish 1 Ojama to summon a Buster Dragon from the graveyard. So I would suggest, if you're complete net decking this, don't use this and use the A to Z. For other rank 4s, we've got a Baguska and a Taxonomy. I wouldn't use either of these. If you're going to use rank 4s, you should probably use ones that detach all the materials, because you tend to go in these, well, you have to go in these with your ABC Buster pieces. If you physically cannot go into anything like Dragon Buster or anything, Baguska is probably your best bet. I don't know why I'm using the Sonomi is here just for the draw effect. The only time I ever go into this is if I need to draw, and then I usually use it straight away for a link play. And then Castell. Castell is probably the best rank 4 in this because it's spot removal and it gets your Buster pieces in the grave. Like I said, Ancient Fairy and Black Rose are pretty staple in this. You could also run Clearwing, but I would definitely say that this is definitely the best ones. Fairy is by far the best synchro for 7 you can go in here, and Black Rose is just a dark hole, so yeah. For the links, we're going to be using 3 Link 2s, which is different. We're going to be using 1 Clay 4 Genius, because it requires 2 machines and it's easy arrows. 1 Underclock, because I still think this is the best Link 2 in the game. And Akashic Magician. Akashic Magician is broken in this deck. Just requires 2 monsters of the same type except tokens. You either use this with all your ABC pieces or all your Akashic, Ojamas, and Akashic, of course, when summoned, will pop the cards in the link zone. Great if your opponent summons something there, otherwise it's pretty dead. But still, in my opinion, one of the best Link 2s for this deck. 1 Decode. You do go into this more than you actually think. And to round it up, Skull Dread and Borreload. Like I said, A to Z Dragon Buster in this would definitely be the best. So, yeah, that's been it for me, guys. This has been Ojama ABCs. It's been a different deck. Like I said, I'm brand new to it. Hopefully I'll come back with an updated version once I've played with this a while and I can think of what else to add. If you can think of anything to add, please leave a comment below and I will make sure I try and get back to you with whether I've tested it or not. That's been it for me, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll try and respond to all the comments I get. And peace.